friends! Do you want to learn how to trade without risking your entire deposit? Today I have one of the most effective trading strategies for you. I'll show you how to find entry points in the market and explain how it all works. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to start earning a steady income on pocket option today. Ready to change your life? Let's get started. Before we start trading, we need to add some indicators to our trading terminal. We'll use the moving average line and the Vortex indicator. Open the settings for the moving average line. Set the period to 20. Change the moving average type to EMA. Save the settings. We won't change any parameters in the Vortex indicator and will keep the default values. Now I'll show you some simple signals for opening positions. This strategy works well with 1-minute candlestick intervals. First, pay attention to the Vortex indicator. If the red line crosses the green line from below, that's a signal for short position. But that's not enough to open a trade. For full confirmation, the candles must be below the moving average line, and the trend must be in bearish phase. The second signal isn't very convincing, but it's good for an example. The Vortex shows strong upward movement. Green line crosses red from below. Candles moved above the moving average, which could create a setup for a long trade, but I wouldn't recommend it for beginners. That's because a horizontal moving average doesn't give a clear signal about market direction. The signal would be better if the trend was mainly upward. Wait until all conditions for opening a trade are positive. Every detail matters for a good result. Now I'm going to trade in real time and try to grow my deposit from $1. I'll also explain how these indicators work and show you what conditions are necessary for opening positions. Let's go! Then I'll know sellers are in control at this moment. Great! Opening a short position now. Watch the chart closely. The price is in a sideways trend, and I think I caught the moment when it's about to break out. The Vortex indicates a change in direction. Candles are below the green EMA line, which is sloping down, a sell signal. In this case, you can expect a downward move without correction or reversal. It's important to remember that Vortex alone can't be used as a sole indicator, since it gives many false signals. Looking at its chart, you can see many crosses and divergences that can't be relied upon. To filter them out, we use the moving average line. Okay, the trade time is almost up. Not a bad start to trading. We closed the trade, and pocket option tells us our balance is almost gone. But I'm not planning to top it up just yet. Thanks for watching. The broker cares for its clients. I'll open another position on this currency pair and explain why. The price had a strong downward impulse, but then bounced off the support level. It's important to note that the downward pressure is still there. It will keep pushing the price down until it hits its lows. You can identify this pressure by looking at the candles that formed at the beginning of the move. The last candle signal is called a bearish hammer. It indicates the possible end of an upward trend and the start of a bearish move in the market. The Vortex indicator and the moving average line still show sell signals. It's important to open positions at the right moments. For this, you need patience and attention to detail. This is just one example of signals you can use to trade with this strategy. This method offers many opportunities for opening positions, which, by the way, closed profitably. I recommend this strategy to both newbies and experienced traders, as it's easy to understand and can be used in many situations. Let's keep going. I'll look for and show you the best places to open trades. When every trade closes in the red, it can be really depressing. I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning too, and lost a lot of time before learning to earn consistently. So I want to help you speed up this process. How about growing your deposit from $100 to $5,000? It's possible, and I'm here to help you achieve it. I've created a Telegram channel where I share useful news and post signals. Every week we have deposit boosting marathons in our private club. I share signals with you and you earn by following my advice. But it's not just copying trades, it's discussing and analyzing them with me. We trade every day from Monday to Friday. Join our community where we learn and grow together. The link to the channel is in the video description. Subscribe and let's move towards success together, breaking down indicator signals. An exciting journey to financial independence awaits you. Seeing the right moment. So here I'll go with the trend and open in a long position. It's clear that we are seeing an upward movement, and the moving average confirms this. Its green line is pointing up, which is a buy signal. In the Vortex indicator, the green line, also known as the positive line, is far from the red line, which is the negative line. This distance suggests the current trend is likely to continue in the same direction. The Vortex indicator is a powerful tool that can significantly improve your strategy and overall success in financial markets. It's designed to identify the start of a new trend and measure its strength. By studying this strategy, you can develop new ones on your own, combining or adding other indicators. The contract is ending, and I'm clearly closing it profitably. If you delve into the various components of the Vortex indicator and understand their meaning, they will help you generate accurate trading signals. We've covered this trade, let's move on, friends. So it looks like there is a structure break happening, so I'll open a short position here. I'm investing the whole amount as promised. We are boosting the deposit in this video. Short position for 1 minute. In the Vortex, you can see that the positive and negative lines haven't crossed yet, but we'll consider another aspect. Its signals have a slight delay, so you need to consider other factors. A strong bearish impulse after a long ascent breaks through the green moving average line, and the candle closed below its base. This indicates a structure break into a downtrend. There is a small correction happening now, after which I expect further downward movement. The volatility of this currency is very low, so I don't expect major changes. You can determine this with the Vortex, which translates to whirlwind. The green line represents a bullish impulse, indicating the strength of upward price movement, and the red line reflects a bearish impulse, measuring the strength of downward price movement. They provide insight into market volatility over a specific period. For example, if the asset has experienced high volatility and large price swings in recent days, it indicates increased market uncertainty. On the other hand, low volatility suggests stability and potentially lower risk. And while I was explaining, the trade closed in profit, which I'm very happy about. Let's move on to the next one so we can see how these factors influence price movement. Great signals for opening a long position. There was a small pullback, after which we opened. What we can see in this movement is a strong impulse of green candles breaking through the moving average. These positive and negative lines have crossed in the Vortex indicator, and the final signal is the green EMA line pointing up. This is a buy signal. After all these signs, I can expect the next candle to close above my contract. It might turn around as the price enters a sideways trend, but I need this strategy to work exactly for 1 minute. Earlier, I mentioned that the Vortex has a delay. The moving average also has a delay, but it's not as significant since it's important to understand only which direction the market is moving at the moment. We can now see that the price reached a resistance level, but by then my contract closed in profit. Awesome! By identifying the phase the market is in, we answered two main questions: where the entry point will be and in which direction the market will move. If you learn to identify these parameters, your skill will grow significantly. Let's move on, friends. A good spot to enter a long position, loading up the entire amount and opening a trade. We see that the price is in sideways trend. Now I'll highlight the key areas to watch. Here it's clear there is a support level. The price has bounced off it twice. This is the resistance level. Between them the price moves in a zigzag, which is a common pattern of the chart. I got lucky because I opened right where the price bounced instantly. In the Vortex, I got a short signal where the red line was above the green, but I ignored it. I expect the green line to rise because the moving average is horizontal, indicating market uncertainty. I would recommend skipping this spot because no one knows how the market will behave here. I'm relying a bit on luck now. The trade is closing and it's in the green. You need to not only look at indicator signals, but also use technical analysis. The faster you read the information from the chart, the more successful your trades will be. We've covered these points. Let's move on. Right now we can see a very famous pattern on the chart called head and shoulders. Usually after this, the market starts moving down. The Vortex confirms that sellers are dominating, with the red line crossing the green and pointing up. I waited for the candle to close and opened a short trade. The Vortex confirms that sellers are dominating, with the red line crossing the green and pointing up. Candles are below the moving average, which is sloping down. Plus, they are red and quite large. The support level was broken a while ago, and the price is moving on to test a new level. Considering all these signals, we can predict market's movement for a short time, but always keep in mind that things can change. Large market participants can suddenly influence the price in any direction. Besides them, there are also market makers, professional traders who have agreements with the exchange. Their main task is to maintain liquidity and fill the order book. If there is a strong movement on the chart, it might be caused by their influence. Great! We are in profit and my trading session is going smoothly. I hope it continues this way. Let's move on, friends. In such moments, I just follow the trend. Going against it is useless and quite tough. I'm investing $69 and opening a short position. The signals on the chart and indicators are quite strong. The moving average line is pointing down and the candles are below it. The price is building up for further decline. The positive and negative lines of the Vortex are far apart, with the red line dominating the green. The price has the potential to continue its decline. The lines might cross at a great distance, but that's not important. I would actually short this currency pair for a long time because I really like its movement. You just need to choose the right position. The candles are moving deeply below the moving average line and the volatility is low. I expect a steady downward movement. Super! We closed successfully. I started with just $1, but thanks to my confident strategy, I've grown my deposit to $117, and I'll open another position here. Most likely, the trend will continue downward for a while. I'm investing my entire deposit in this contract and expect a successful outcome. One thing to note here is the candle wicks. They are quite large, and the price is getting smeared from the lower boundary. There might be a bias position there, but I expect it to end and the price to drop. The price might turn against me, but it's unlikely because the moving average line is strongly sloping down. It essentially shows the average price over a certain period. This indicator helps traders determine the overall trend direction and see potential entry and exit points. It looks like the price is going against me, but there is still time. The candles might pull back. I'm counting on the overall bearish impulse to push the price down. The positive and negative vortex lines are leaning towards each other, but they are still far from crossing. Wow! That was close, but I closed in profit. You can add RSI to this strategy if you want to understand the price condition better, but personally, I find these signals enough. Let's move on and check more spots where this strategy can be applied. Here I can see the candle trying to break through the green moving average line, but it might just bounce off. I'll open a long position anyway. I'm okay with the bullish impulse that has formed over time. It had pullbacks, but the structure wasn't broken, the price didn't cross the support line. There was a vortex crossover where the positive line dominates, so it's unlikely to move lower in the near future. I expect it to spike up, and then the resistance level will push it down, causing a drop. Let's watch it and see what happens. The support level below the moving average line is holding well. Right now we won't pay attention to the vortex as it's giving us a false signal. Moreover, the price is establishing a position and shouldn't break out soon. Okay, final seconds, and I closed another successful trade using this strategy, growing my deposit to almost $400, guys. I think this is a good result for this method. Friends, I'll keep trading because I like how the market is behaving today. Let's go! It's an uncomfortable moment to open a position, but I'll take the risk. I'd say beginners should avoid this situation, because there is a strong bearish impulse and it's dangerous to open a trade against it. But as we can see, the vortex gives a more confident signal that the bullish segment is starting to prevail. The candles broke through the green moving average line, and for me, that's another strong signal. I marked the support area with the price hit a new high. This might be a structure violation, but if not, it's just a correction. However, we don't care about the long-term impact. This strategy works for just 1 minute, so the further movement doesn't matter much. It's also important which way the lines are pointing. Look at the positive vortex line. It's pointing up, and that's why I believe I closed the trade in profit. Friends, I didn't invent anything new. This type of trading has been around for a long time. You just need to set the indicator values correctly to reflect the market's pulse. A great moment to understand how market volatility works. I'm going all in again. I think I'll handle this spot well. Here we'll hold a long position. These long candles are just smearing all over the place, from support to resistance. Everything is as usual, friends, and it's as simple as it gets. Two indicators give a positive signal to open a position. Vortex and EMA show a bullish impulse, and I trust these signals. I enter after a green candle and wait for a correction, expecting an upward impulse for 1 minute. Now let's watch the price reaction and prepare for the best, friends, because there is high volatility here, and the price can fly in any direction at any moment. You can never predict the market 100%. There is always a chance that the movement will change. Technical analysis doesn't predict the future, it just gives an approximate direction. Adding indicators increases your chances of success. Awesome! Another trade in the green, and I've now boosted to $1,000. Let's move on to the next. The moving average line can also act as a resistance or support line. You can see this as the price candles either break through this line or bounce off it. And here I opened a long position because of this breakout. A very big green candle broke it deeply. I didn't even look at the vortex, though it also gave a positive signal. Usually I close successfully in such cases. These candle patterns repeat very often. You don't even need to memorize them. If you trade long enough, you'll recognize them automatically. The interesting thing is that the market is very cyclical. Sometimes there are differences, and all currency pairs charts differ, but if you spend time on it, you'll start noticing things others don't. And I hope you will. Spend time studying the indicators, you can read history and try new settings on your own. In short, keep moving and developing, and we move on to the next. This looks very bearish. In Vortex, the negative and positive lines are far apart, so I decided to open a trade to lower the asset. As I mentioned earlier, the moving average is now acting as a resistance line, roughly speaking. When you open trades, try to open them closer to it. The closer, the better, as it acts like a magnet on the price, either repelling or attracting it. In my case, it will repel. I concluded this because the vortex signals a strong bearish trend. The trend sharply changed direction, breaking through support levels, indicating a strong buyer position there. Using such positions, we can join the big players and earn with them. I rushed and opened an unlucky spot, but the price went my way and now I'm in profit again. Plus $840 in 1 minute. Isn't that amazing? With this strategy, you can achieve a stable daily income. Let me show you more trading spots. Now I want to show you an example when indicators give false signals, but we still find the positives and earn from them. To help you understand how the market works, I mark levels and explain what's behind them. So, marking the first level, this is the bias level. Behind it is either a big player or many like us. The higher level is resistance, behind which is a big seller or many market participants like us. Big players push the price in their favor. I opened alone because I saw a big candle wick. It tells me there's buyer support forming here because the price got a strong upward impulse. The bearish line in the vortex also reacted by tilting down. Most likely the lines will converge at the crossover, as the seller's position was activated here. I chose to move with the buyers because they were closest to my position. So before looking at signals, use your head. The market doesn't tolerate negligence. Learn to rely on internal analysis. You need to understand how movement works from the inside, not the outside. With that understood, let's move on. This will be my last trade for today. Here, I'll open a short. It's pretty simple. The vortex signal indicates a long bearish impulse. The moving average line shows a downtrend. I like the candle wicks near it. The falling trend and active selling pressure the price. I think this trade will go smoothly. No sudden price movements, the asset is just falling. And the divergence of the positive and negative lines in the Vortex also indicates this. The bearish trend continues with no changes in sight. I hope everything I've shared in this video is useful and you can earn or develop your existing strategy. This combination of indicators is a powerful tool for traders. Try practicing with it and the market will become more understandable. My contract is ending, as is this video. Great, I closed another trade in profit. I think I've successfully boosted my deposit today and gave you a little lesson on these indicators. A wonderful and productive trading session. Thank you all. Friends, now I'll show you how to withdraw the earned funds from your pocket option account. In the amount field, you should enter the sum. I'll be withdrawing 4,500 USDT. In the lower field, you need to enter your wallet address. This can be any platform, just make sure it supports the TRC20 network. Click Continue. A new window with information appears. As you can see, the balance amount has changed. I now have $69. The broker says the funds will be credited to our wallet within 2 business days. However, in my experience, it usually takes about 20 minutes. Let's go to the Transaction History tab to check the current operation. All the top is the latest request with all the necessary information. You can also cancel it by clicking Cancel. Now we just wait for the broker's approval. Great! The request is completed and the money is in my wallet. Here is our transaction with completion info in the right green column. That's all, let's wrap it up. Friends, today I boosted my deposit from $1 to $4,569. In this video, I showed methods for identifying trends and making informed decisions in trading. I hope the information was useful and you learned something new. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support motivates me to share my experience and knowledge with you. Don't forget to click the bell to stay updated with all new reviews. Thank you for your time and attention. It was a pleasure to spend this moment with you. See you next time. Bye!